Right, morning guys. So it's the Monday, so we've got 11 weeks and 6 days left, and I am going to do a countdown like that, 11 weeks and 6 days. So today all everything I've got scheduled is I normally go in and I just do simply 40-45 minutes on the Stairmaster. Now, I was doing different kind of sports. I was actually getting into running a wee bit more, and then I get injured again. For the people who've watched this channel for a couple of years now, I've always had problems with my calf, and I was running and I pulled up my calf. Now my calf feels fine now, but it's one of those ones where I don't even want to risk it. I don't even want to risk it. I think if I got injured at this kind of point, it would absolutely devastate me. So I'm really trying to do things and avoid things that could really potentially do that. So the Stairmaster, I'm doing it for two reasons. One reason is because I'm being injured and I'm trying to do something else that I can manage, and another one is because I absolutely hate it, and I do this quite a bit. I absolutely can't stand that machine, but when I'm on it and I'm going through it and I'm thinking about it, it's a wee bit of a mind game where I play with myself, where I always kind of think like, how much do you actually want this? How much do you want this? How much do you want this, you know? You'll see a lot of people, especially like bodybuilders and all these, like a lot of people thinking that the Stairmaster's some sort of magical thing where you're going to do this and it's going to tone your bum, it's going to do that, it does this, it gets you in a fat burning zone. Like, listen, it's just another variation of cardio. So I think the kind of lesson you want to take away from here is you can kind of do any kind of cardio if you're going to do cardio. You don't even need to do cardio. It's just something that I'm incorporating just to get my output a wee bit higher, because I am getting leaner now, so I'm incorporating quite a bit of cardio. But the only really crap thing is that I've forgot my earphones. I'm absolutely raging myself. No offence guys if you're watching this, but the music in here is absolutely dire. I'm going to have to get in here and I'm going to have to just slog away listening to garbage, and aye, let's just go and get it done.
One eternity later.
Morning guys, 11 weeks and 5 days to go, so kind of day 2 of my week. So Tuesday, I've remembered my earphones today. It was absolutely brutal doing that yesterday, without the earphones, without your own music, and said a lot of times I might just put YouTube on and watch something, and again it helps the time pass. So today is an upper body session, so what I'll do is just film that, kind of run through what I'm doing. Again, what you'll notice is it's nothing fancy, and aye, let's just go and smash it. So today was a upper body focus session, and normally focus on shoulders a wee bit more here. The way I do this is kind of 5-3-1 template for the guys that know that kind of style for each one of the big lifts: squat, bench, deadlift and overhead press. So this week it actually fell on triples. So again, you can see here, these actually do look pretty straightforward. Still feel quite strong in them up until this point. But when you see this next lift, when I was at my top set, I went into this with the wrong attitude. I thought it was going to be easy, and then this happened. Like, I was totally off and it just felt really heavy. It was weird. Then again, just pushed through it. On reflection, I probably should have just put it back down and started the set again after a couple of minutes rest, but I was like, as long as I get the 3 out of this, I'm fine. So I got the 4. Would have been 5 without that messed up rep at the start, but that was what it was. And then at the end of it, when I do the 5-3-1, so you work up into that triple, and then I just do like another volume set. So I go down to the lowest percentage on this, and then I just, for today, it was just 8 reps I was looking to get, which again, felt comfortable. My mindset was a wee bit better. I didn't go into it with the wrong attitude of this is just going to magically levitate above my head. So aye, this set felt quite good, and it allows me to get more volume in. From there, I kind of go into the bent over rows. So again, I like to touch with these just to make sure I remain bent over. And I think it's 4 sets of 10 of these. But instead of us sitting watching the 4 sets of 10, I'll just show you this one set. As I said, I usually try and keep it strict. Again, a lot of people, they don't really bend over with bent over rows. So I always just like to make sure we just touch. People call this a penley, but this isn't a penley. From there, we go back into another pushing exercise, so bench press, and this time at the lowest percentage of what my bench press would be this week. So it would be 3 sets of 8, I think it was on this. Again, at this kind of weight, it still feels more than comfortable, and because this weight isn't as challenging, I do get that wee pause, that wee sit in the chest, just really focus on the technique with these kind of lifts at this point. These feel really good. I still feel pretty decent in the bench. The overhead press is a complete other matter. Now, I go into other variation of some sort of vertical pull down. I think there's about 3 different types, maybe 4 different types of kind of lat pull downs or vertical pull downs that I can do. Today, the only one that was free at this moment in time was the hammer strength lat pull down. Again, I do like these. I can't tilt my wrists fully supinated just purely for the reason that my wrists still require an operation. So I do need to hold this a bit more neutral grip. But I do like how this machine feels. It helps you kind of isolate each arm as opposed to pulling it down on the one wire. So again, these do feel pretty good, and as you can see in my face, pretty tough. And then from there, because it is a wee bit more of a shoulder emphasis, on a pushing day, a kind of chest day, what I normally do is finish off with flies. But on a day like today, what I'm finishing off with is lateral raises. I'm looking at these, I mean, they're alright. I deliberately dropped down the weight to control them a wee bit more. The thing I always say to folk is with lateral raises is stay tall. Even at the bottom there, stay tall. It just helps keep the tension on the delts and things like that. So, lateral raises always feel tough, and you always need to use a moderate weight. And then I'll go into the tricep dip machine. Again, one of the reasons why I'm not really doing like bodyweight dips and stuff like that, again, is probably because I don't know if my wrists are going to be able to cope with it to an extent, and plus they're not the focus. So with these I always try and get the seat down as low as I can, so the triceps have to work harder, so I'm pushing down further. So the further you put the seat down, the higher your arms will be. But the tricep dip machine, and that's where I finish off, and I really do like this machine. Alright guys, again it's Wednesday, 11 weeks and 4 days. I'm going to end up putting it down here somewhere about how many days it is, because I'm going to forget, right? So again, just doing to get the Stairmaster in, again, still to see how much I want it. Woke up where I feel like I'm really coming down with a cold. I don't really know, I'm going to kind of assess how bad it is today. I was lying in my bed kind of thinking to myself, oh man, I'll just give this a miss, And I probably could if I'm being honest with you, because I'm fine, but in terms of like, I'm going to assess it today, so I'm hoping it kind of comes to nothing. It doesn't feel dead bad. I kind of woke up and I was like, you know that way sometimes you feel like you're getting a cold, but you get up and you move around and actually you're alright. I'm kind of trying to make that call. So when I was in my bed I felt like shit. Now I'm up moving a bit, I don't feel as bad, but I don't know if you can kind of hear it. I'm hoping it doesn't get any worse than this, but if it does, then I'll probably need to pull back a wee bit for a day or two, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to assess it today, so again 45 minutes on the Stairmaster to see how much I want it. And I've not forgot my earphones today, so it won't be as bad. But anyway, let's go and smash it. Right, morning guys, it's now Thursday, 11 weeks, 3 days to go. I probably shouldn't be here. Now, I took a COVID test, as you'll see here, and it was negative. Today, it feels a wee bit less coldy, and it feels a wee bit more like it's in my chest, and when I'm coughing it kind of hurts. Now, as I said, I probably shouldn't be here. Apologies for the lights, just the way the sun is, it's quite early. I probably shouldn't be here, but I don't really feel like it's so cardio demanding today. It's just squats, deadlifts, and quite low volume in the lower body, so I'm just going to go in and see how I feel. And then I'll make the call tomorrow if I need to take a wee bit of time off for that. But when these kind of things happen, there's one important rule I'd say to every one of my clients as well, which is control what you can control. So I'll probably still be able to go walks, I'll probably still be able to, I'll still be able to control my nutrition, but I'll assess it today, see how it goes. It could be one of those ones because it's just early, everyone's still to break up and all that kind of thing. I don't feel dead bad, like the cold felt worse yesterday, but just because it's kind of gone into my chest, I don't want it to manifest into something far more serious. So let's just go in, smash the session, let's see how we go on. Right guys, so this one was a lower body focus day, so it's mostly comprised of is a squat focus. You'll see me being very deliberate in my stance here when I'm doing my squats. I've had to reteach myself squats. As you can see here with this kind of angle, I don't have any butt wink for you guys that know what butt wink is, where your kind of hips tuck underneath you, and that's where I got my actual original injury. Was from doing squats, and it progressively got worse with the deadlift video that you saw in my last vlog. So with these, again, it was triples this week. No, it's actually not triples this week. This was the start of the 5-3-1. So there you see a wee bit of butt wink, so I need to adjust a wee bit. It's not that bad. If you ever see my squats in the past, they can be quite bad in the sense of like that. But again, these felt really strong. This was my top set. And again, I'm being very conservative here. It felt light. I'm really happy with these. As I said, I am completely reteaching myself how to squat. And it's taken a wee bit of time, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm really having to tail everything back. And it's just through the pure fear of having an injury again. And I don't want to get injured again, so I'm really taking my time with these. Again, that was my top set, and then I go back to a lighter weight, then I just add more volume in. And again, on reflection with these feel so light, to be honest with you. I think it's about 80 kg or so. But at the same time, I want to try and keep them good. But looking at this, because they do feel light, doing 10 reps and things like that, I wish I just took my time a wee bit more. And for anybody watching this, even if you're only doing vlogs and that, video your lifts. Even when I'm not doing things like this, I always video my lifts, because you'll be able to see where you're going wrong, or I get my clients to do it so I can see where they're going wrong. From there, I go into deadlifts, and each deadlift session, what I do is when I'm doing some additional volume, like these are my lighter sets of deadlifts this week, so I change into a Zumo stance. Again, just simply because it'll hit me a wee bit different, and I'm really feeling these on like the hamstrings and kind of glutes. I was in bits after it, to be honest with you. So, these are my lighter deadlifts this week. Then from there, a wee bit more on the quads. It's a wee bit more quad emphasis today. So into leg extensions, I think it was about 4 sets, about 10 on these. Again, wee slight pause at the bottom, drive to the top, wee slight pause at the bottom, drive to the top. And again, that's just to make sure that it's not your stretch reflex doing the work. I like to kind of come down to a wee bit of a pause so there is more muscle. For anybody who is doing kind of isolation work, you shouldn't be jerky. Come down, especially with things like leg extensions, wee slight pause at the bottom, and then you'll drive hard to the top. From there, getting kind of back extensions, like people call them glute ham raises, whatever. You can see I'm holding 2 weights here, and the way I kind of hold these weights, again, it'll make it a wee bit harder, but I keep really tight lats the same way I would as if I was deadlifting, and it's just additional practice for me. But again, these are something I've literally just added in, again, to try and make my back stronger, because I'm coming back for that back injury. As I said, my back feels 100%, but I am just trying to make it fucking bulletproof, if you want to put it that way. So these felt really good. These feel excellent. A wee bit of calf work. Again, calves are something that people do wrong. Always have the wee pause at the bottom and drive to the top. The Achilles tendon is very springy. It's very, very springy. So what you'd want to always do is come down and take the Achilles tendon out of the game, so that you press up with your calves, that it's your calves that's doing the work. Now, if you do bent-legged calf raises like these, it's a wee bit more soleus. The soleus muscle is what you'd call them. And if your leg was straight, it's a wee bit more of the gastrocnemius. So when you're doing calves, you should have a variation of both. You should be doing these, and you should be doing straight-legged ones. So today, I've got the bent-legged ones, clearly, because I'm doing them. And then the next lower body session, I make sure I do my straight-legged ones. Again, these feel good. And then we finish off just with another wee bit of some sort of core work. So again, throughout the time I do planks, I do side planks, etc. I used to be murdered in the past because I genetically already have kind of abs that I didn't really do them. So I've started adding in the ab crunch a wee bit just to help build it like you would any other muscle. As I said, your core is made up of different muscles, and the abs are a part of that. So again, it's not a bad idea to keep them strong and keep them healthy as well. Alright guys, it's Friday, and the worst thing possible has happened, as you've just seen. I came home from the gym yesterday, and just purely because I'm paranoid because I've got the baby now, because I've got JJ, I done another COVID test. So obviously I'd done one before the gym, as I showed you earlier on, and it was negative, and it was a straight negative. And I think just because I'm so paranoid with having a baby and stuff, I done another one and it came up positive right away. And then I was like, maybe because I was kind of messing about, because I just thought I was overreacting, or I was like, I've not done that right, that like, I was negative earlier on, and I done another one. So I had 2 positives on the one day. Got up this morning, done it again, straight positive. Now, what am I going to do? Now, this is the whole thing. The thing I would always tell my clients, like I said beforehand, is control what you can control. So one thing I can definitely control is nutrition, which I will do. Another thing, so it's nutrition, training, lifestyle. Another thing I can control is the lifestyle, and what I mean by that is I don't drink alcohol anyway, so it's never an issue. But my steps now, I do understand that folk will be saying, no, you need to stay in the house and all the rest of the COVID police out there, but as you can see here, I'm still going at my walks with Frank. I stay very isolated, I'm not walking with anybody, and I'm just still having to take the dog his walks. I can't do that, he would never settle. If I never took him his walks, it wouldn't be able to happen, so I'm still taking him his 2-3 walks a day. And other than that, it will just be to work around training. So being Friday, normally on a Saturday I would do boxing, or I would not do boxing, or I would have personal training boxing sessions, and then on a Sunday I would have my weight training session. So no, today I've been on my walks, I've got another one to go. I'm trying to relax and control my nutrition, but no, I'll not film anything tomorrow. It'll be 11 weeks 2 days to go now, 11 weeks 1 day tomorrow. So on Sunday, just before I put this video up, I'm going to show you how I'm going to adapt a session. So let's see how it goes. Right guys, happy Sunday. Still testing positive. That's about what, 4 or 5 in a row. As you can see, don't know if you can see that if it focuses too well, but it is still pretty bold. Everybody's experience with COVID has been different. Kind of when I've been talking to different people, it kind of started in my throat, it kind of went to my head, then it was in my chest, it was kind of coughing up a lot of phlegm. But other than that, I actually feel alright. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, is that what COVID is and all that kind of stuff, but no, I feel good. Just a bit bunged up, as you could probably hear. So I'm just back from my walk with Frank, and again, today was meant to be down the gym for an upper body session, which I'm going to do. I'm very lucky enough to have in my possession, because of lockdown the last time, where I invested in myself, where I've got a really good solid barbell for Strength Shop. I've got 180 kilo worth, I think maybe more than that, 180 kilo worth of bumper plates and stuff. I've got a bench, and I'm very lucky that it's a beautiful day. So let's head out, and I'm going to have to do a couple of workarounds, but let's head out and let's get training. Right guys, so like I said, it was an upper body session, so the big focus today was the bench, so it was a 5-3-1. So again, with this kind of weight here, good technique, and again, it was 5 reps. 5 reps at this chosen weight, I think it's about 75, but again, the weight doesn't matter, the weight is of no relevance to you or anyone else. So again, a good solid 5. From there, again, because it's 5-3-1 this week, we do up the weight again. I think there's about an extra 10 kilos on this. So again, it's 3 reps, try and keep them as clean as possible. And looking at back, I'm really happy with these reps. They felt worse than what they were. And then for the final set, the only thing I didn't feel safe doing this myself. I'm extending my arms a bit more to lift that weight off more than I would like. So I was very conservative. You can see there, that's a good clean rep. And then the second rep was decent as well. I think I could have got another potentially 2 or 3, but I didn't feel safe to do so. Then I put the weight back down, and again, back down to that lowest percentage, and then again, technique-wise, focusing on just getting that more volume in, because again, it's a wee bit more to a chest emphasis today. So again, go back down to that starting weight that I done 5 of, and then I done 10 of them. Because a deload is scheduled this week, a deload is scheduled after this week, that I just make sure that I push myself a wee bit more this week than I would any other week, and that's why it's a wee bit crap that I'm not in the gym. But hey ho, we're still trying to smash it. We're still doing what we need to do. From there into again bent over rows. Now typically it would be lat pull downs and stuff, but I just need to get some sort of pulling variations in. So I just opted for bent over rows again. Again, still want to touch the ground, still same weight as we did in that last session that you've already saw this week. But again, I just done 4 sets of 10. They felt good. I was feeling a wee bit tight. I didn't get to do my full proper warm that I normally do. I did still warm up, but I normally do a wee bit more on cardio. But no, these felt good. Right, I forgot to film these, as you can see, because this is me adjusting the bar. I did do 4 sets of overhead press, but I didn't film it. I pressed record and then I stopped record. Then from there, I didn't have the cables or a fly machine or anything like that, so I had to pull out these fucking disastrous looking dumbbells, and I just got some flies in. Again, because I have torn my left bicep before, these always feel way off. This is why I don't opt for dumbbells, because I always feel like one's way off. And you can actually see the restriction if you pay attention to the left-hand side. The right-hand side goes way deeper, and then the left-hand side can't. And again, it's because the overstretch of the bicep. I can feel it. I can genuinely feel it. So it is one of those ones where I'm so conservative with these, but until I've watched this back, I've not seen how much of a difference there actually is. And again, because I can't see the screen when I'm recording, well, I can, but see the sun, I couldn't see looking in the sun. So again, another rowing variation. This time we've done an upright row. Again, I like it with a wee bit more hands out wide. Some people put the hands in close, hitting the shoulders and the upper traps a wee bit more. Again, I couldn't really get that angle to get filmed. I thought I had this square on, to be honest with you, but it shows you how wrong I was watching this back. But again, done about 4 sets of this, just another variation, another pulling exercise. And then from there, finished off with a wee bit of bicep work. Again, like these wee shots here kind of let me see how much leaner I'm getting. I mean, the MyProtein top, I'm not sponsored by MyProtein, but they're very flattering. But I can really see here, compared to the pie shape that it was before, how much my shape's actually changing, and it's a wee bit encouraging because, again, I'm not feeling good this week. I've had less output this week. It's a wee bit mentally tough, but hey-ho, we got the session done, guys. But aye, you're going to see more of this out in the garden. Right guys, so that's it, that's the full week. Obviously it's kind of ended in a strange way, so the kind of probably next week's vlog, depending on how long it's going to take for COVID to clear, probably going to be based all around the back garden and how to improvise. Now, there's a lot of things kind of missing in there, like I've just said. Like, I've not got any way of doing a vertical pull down unless I'm going to go out a walk and find somewhere and do some pull-ups, but I actually looked for that today, like a solid branch or something like that. Yes, that's how far I take it. And I couldn't find anywhere, if I'm being really honest with you, so just going forward, I'll just have to adjust. As long as I get my big lifts in, as long as I can push and pull, squat and lift in certain directions, then it'll be good. It just means I'll probably have to be a wee bit even more tighter with nutrition, which is something that I'm willing to do. So right now, all I'm going to do is, I've got a couple of things to do work-wise with some certain clients and stuff today. So I'm going to do that. Right now I'm just going to have some yogurt. So what you see here is yogurt mixed in with some whey protein, blueberries, raspberries, which were frozen, but I kind of heat them up for about a minute. Hence why they look runny, and some of my favourite cereal that someone went and got me very kindly, and I absolutely love it. But anyway guys, if you've enjoyed this video, as always, just helps to encourage to keep it going, just leave a wee like, leave a comment. And it's testing times right now. I'm not going to lie, maybe I seem a wee bit more positive than I actually am, but this is a wee bit of testing the mindset. I do love the gym, it's a massive aspect of my own mental health, but we're still getting it done guys. But as I said, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.